Hey, it's Susie Q. I've been traveling around, going to different places. I'll be back in Scottsdale probably in maybe a week and a half. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we were in Vegas. We were in Laughlin. My partner is a musician. We had four gigs in Laughlin. It was pretty fun. All right, so we're gonna get started with my juicy Akashic Records. Again, I started back in 2008, the first day of 2008, and I started getting that still small voice on the right side. It was a proper English woman. It's kind of cracked me up, but I just could hear the words, and then I was, the typist. I was basically the typist. And now, after that, I've been able to do it myself. So I can just, access and ask questions and get guidance. And sometimes it's a little bit slow when it first comes through. And then eventually you could just start going into a beautiful rhythm with some of the Akashic Records, and then we move it into what we call automatic writing. All right, so let's see what we're going to talk about today. What I love most about my life is that I can create new waves of adapting to changes that flow in and out. Oh, yeah. In ways that I can access, I enjoy the experiential awareness of creating something new. Through discernment, I feel into the right course of action that will move me one step ahead and then another. Sometimes, like we all do, I fall down a bit and then I get right back up. This life path that sent me hurling through space to become this humanity and manifest has been a great blessing for me. I have to read that one again. This life path that sent me hurling through space to become this humanity and manifest has been a great blessing for me. While the past presented lessons that I took on, with little to no true understanding, I adapted and shifted to move towards a more loving way of being. I easily forgive others now. I see us all in our highest and best. I revel in the relationships of my seat in cosmology and learn more about ways and means to be more present here and now. Together we forge forward into the perfect paths of being, each path paved with golden rays of light and life and learning. In gorgeous humility I learn, I grow. All right, so I've got so many written pieces. I can't even tell you how many pages I've got of what we call automatic writing, from going into retrieving the Akashic Records and then writing it. So again, when I'm when I'm on the video, it's like kind of like squirrely because I'm like I can't even really process how to read it. I can write it, but reading it out loud is kind of fun. So we've been traveling a bit and having fun experiences and having different ways of adapting to something. So we've been moving around quite a bit. We're like gypsies, gypsies for a while. But it's been really interesting to kind of look at things from a different perspective, looking at the different ways that we can process exactly what it is that we want to do right now, right? So with all this travel, we were in Laughlin and we kept walking. I was doing like 10,000 steps just walking down there in Laughlin, Nevada. So all of these energies that from the Akashic Records going into automatic writing, and then really when I really look at this, it's all about energy, right? It's all about energy, baby. It's all energy. So what we have is we have a body, and there's like trappings behind here, right? Yeah, and then we just start operating as if we are able to access our divine energy fields, our frequencies, or even the cosmology that's been working with each one of us. So with everything we're working with, it's just energy. Sometimes some people might say energy is all there is and everything is everything. Energy is all there is and energy is all there is. So it's like really a band of energies we're really working with. You could see all these different things behind here. There's a plant and there's couches and lamps and things. and then there's me, there's Susie, or there's you. And then you start noticing that you're able to acclimate in a different way with your body, working with the cellular structure, kind of moving into. So if we're all energy, right? Everything in this video seen is energy. It's all energy and motion. And so when we start looking at that, we can go into that cellular structure and see if we can get a little bit of better guidance about maybe some things, maybe some stagnant energies in your field. And so we could even infuse the space here that we're at. We could infuse it to its highest expression, going into its highest element of comfort and joy and freedom. So all of this energy that we're playing with, or that what we are basically energy. We each have a little different way of looking at each other. We may look different, we may be different to others, or vice versa. All of this energy that we're working with right now is we can really access it, not just from the things and the events and all this stuff, right? But we start working with the energy of the cellular structure. What else do I need to know about my cellular structure? Is there something that I can do to infuse more pure light coming through right from the crown, going all the way into all of the systems of the body? We don't have to name them necessarily. The energy knows exactly where to go. So if something is changing in your body and it's not working right, it's not working, there's some boo-boos in the body, you just start infusing that energy and just bringing it into all systems of the body without having to relate to a term or a word or a system of the body or an organ or anything. The energy already knows. We're working with God, source. There may be other names for you, but that's kind of what we're working with. And then we just start, asking, help me. When I first started doing a lot of this work up here in Scottsdale, I just said, help me. Can you help me, people, right? So it's like working with God or source, or whatever name it is for you. It's perfectly fine. But you can start working with the body. When you start working from a point of body, of your own body, you start getting more guidance. You start getting more of those messages, listening to that still small voice saying, do I need to eat this now? Or maybe should I have something a little bit different? Is there something else that I can to do to feel a little bit lighter in my body? Well, maybe you could take a walk outside. You could, because like right now it's getting a little bit cooler, So I'm in Mesa. Pretty soon we'll be back in Scottsdale. But anyway, you could just listen to that still small voice. Your messages, your soul messages are coming in, right? Your galactic energies are coming in. God's source and all the other energies are also coming in. But we're really emphasizing with this one piece right now is with the body. So what else do you need to know about the body? Any stagnant energy, anything lymphatic energy, all of this energy, you can just bring in that energy, call it in. Some people say, I've got feelings, or I've got emotions, feelings and emotions. What would be better? Possibly feelings. So I think the best would be to just work with, what are you feeling right now with your body? What are you feeling with at this very moment? Is there something that you're feeling into your body? And then you might start engaging with it. And I do a lot of tapping. I do tons of tapping. So if you've got something on the lymphatic over here, then I would be on the opposite side, kind of tapping and bringing it into more clarity. So the more that we get those messages, those still small voices, right, with your body, you're going to have more guidance, more understanding, more truth, and more possibilities to clear things fast. It could be immediately fast. So when we're talking about energy, everything is everything, and energy is all there is, and that's who we freaking are. So I'm happy to share the Akashic Records. Happy to share about automatic writing. I've been a writer for over 15 years, and it's been my pleasure and joy to share some of these sentiments and some of these different ways of processing. A lot of it is cosmological, and also moving into what we call ontological studies. And see, there's a blend of all of these beautiful frequencies, beautiful energies. But the ontological studies has been really a beautiful, beneficial place for me. So we'll see you soon. And namaste.